far, our conversation with our computers has been kind of one-sided. We can get output to come out, but I feel like that's one-sided. Like, I want more of a two-way street when I'm having a conversation. But how do I get my computer to remember the things that I tell it so that it can recall them later on? That is what variables are made for. So variables in Java are sort of similar to the variables that you may have learned about in an algebra class or in a math class. You have a certain variable, usually in math class they call it something like x, and you assign that variable some value so that later on you can use it in a big equation. Variables in Java are also used to store information, but we'll probably not call them things like x. I'd rather call them something that's meaningful. So later on when I'm using it in a program, I can recall it a little easier. So that's what we're going to talk about when we talk about giving our computer some input. There are certain things that you cannot name a variable. For example, any keyword from Java. So like public. The word public already has a meaning, so we can't have a variable called public. That would be very confusing. Or the word class. Not a good variable name because we already have a meaning for the word class. Another rule is you can't have a number or a letter before the variable name. So I couldn't, for example, I couldn't call my variable something like $5 or $money or #wow. Those wouldn't be good variable names because they start with a special character or a number. You also can't have any spaces. So Java will stop reading at a space. So if I wanted a variable, for example, called number of people, I couldn't make it number space of space people, but I could make it number underscore of underscore people. So just keep those things in mind as we start working on input and output in Java.